I bought this faceting device and I'm about to take it on its maiden voyage. If you want to learn how to facet gemstones, this is not the place because I have no idea what I'm doing. It's my maiden voyage too. But here we go. This faceting machine is distributed by Vevor or Vivor, which I am told is sort of a Chinese version of Harbor Freight. The thing is built like a tank, but not with the precision of an American-made faceter. On the other hand, this was $2.99 on Amazon. A good American professional faceting machine is going to start at least $2,500. The first problem I had, this mast was not perpendicular to this plane. This side was higher than this side, and what would happen is as I would move this across the plate, it would hit on this side and have space on this side. And that is like a critical no-no for trying to facet a stone. At first I tried to sand this down, but I don't have the tools for that. All I did is make marks on it. So I got some shims, and I put a shim under here. Now this does apparently be on the same spacing from one end to the other end of the table. The next thing I'm going to try to do is get this dop connected to this little piece of amethyst that I have with the wax that is for that purpose. The best way to do it is with an alcohol burner, and I had one ordered from Amazon, which was supposed to be delivered yesterday, but the delivery guy came to a locked door and threw up his hands and said, I can't deliver it. If he had walked just a few feet further, he would have come to the unlocked door where everything is delivered. So anyway, I'm going to try to do it with a heat gun, which is like shooting a squirrel with a cannon. Going to get the water set up. This comes with a submersible pump, which I'm going to just drop into something I have here to fill with water and pump it. There is a drain coming out down here, and just going to put a bucket here on the floor and let it drain into that. This is stainless, so this magnet under here wouldn't work on this, so they put this. That's pretty clever, and I can set this where I want. So I'm going to hook this hose, which also came with it, to the submersible pump. Continuing, I have my coffee now. I have discs to put on that go from 80 grit to 3,000 grit, but they are marked. They're marked on the outside. Okay, I'm going to start with the 80 grit and try to make a nice rectangle. So I've adjusted this, the angle this way, the angle this way, to try to get this thing flat, and then this height, but there's a fine adjustment here, and I can gradually move that down as I want to take a little bit off of this bottom surface. I started it up and my little piece flew off the end. I'm going to have to try again, and let's see what happens. I have a bigger stone on a bigger dop. Going to try to square off the edges. So I've taken this little piece out, this little plastic piece, and I have this over here set at 90 degrees. We'll give it a try. Let's see how this looks. I like it. I'm going to rotate. For whatever reason, this wheel has 96 divisions in a whole circle. So if I want to go a quarter of the way, I need to go to 72. There is 72. So now, let's try it. Putting this collar back in here, couldn't use it before because the spacing was, it wouldn't allow this to go down far enough. Put that back in, and we're going to start doing some angles on this stone. I want to make some 30-degree cuts, so I've set this at 30 degrees up here, but now I have to move the whole mechanism in so the stone is over there. Move this up just to hold it in place now while I get the base locked down. You may think this is all very crude, and your evaluation would be absolutely right on, because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, that's locked in. And remember, this up here, this wheel, is going to be at 96, 72, 48, or 24 for doing the 30-degree cuts on here, because then those cuts will be parallel to the edges that I put in here. I'm going to get the height about right. I have a fine adjustment here, and I've given myself a little space so I can go up or down, but I'm going to bring this just right to the edge. Go up a little bit. Maybe I'll go up some more because I'm going to be wanting to come down quite a bit, so let me go up quite a bit. Now I'll bring this one down. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's start it up and see where we go. You see here, there is this mast is still not perpendicular to this plate. Bring it down some more. That's pretty nice, nice and straight. The other side, get back in focus. To do this side, I'm going to have to eyeball it to get the same cut. Okay, I've got this thing set up pretty high so that this is just touching. So I'll start the wheel and then be lowering this. Keep an eye on it to match the cut on the other side. One thing I discover is that there is a little cobbling that can be done with this fine adjustment. I didn't realize that, and this was loose, and that may be what screwed me up. Oh boy. I think the problem is not with the setup, but that the stone is thicker on this side than it is on this side. So I rotated it again, and we will get the thing to focus. Now what I have is kind of a pyramid here, and the very top is not straight. And as I said, I think that's because the stone is not the same thickness on both sides. But I'm going to go down to a 600 or a 400 grit, I guess, lap, and we'll see what happens. Try to start to shine it up a little. 400 grit on here with the settings all the same. Bring this up. And onward, all the edges and all the grits that I have up to 3,000. It doesn't make the stone shiny, but I get something that tells me maybe I can have some fun with this faceter. So there's a stone. Maybe not terribly impressive, but I got even facets and nice sharp edges, which is what I was working for. This does not have the precision that would allow me to make very intricate small stones and submit them for competition. But at my level, as an extremely amateur rock hound, I can have a lot of fun with this machine.